Hello, welcome back to Mario Kart Wii. In the last episode, we played through the Lightning Cup on 100cc, and so we're going to be starting up 150cc, which will allow us to play as with both carts and bikes. And we are going to be using good old dry bones. I said we're going to be using good old dry bones. And we are going to be using the cheap charger, which we have yet to use, manual transmission of course. And we're going to start up the 150cc Mushroom Cup. Let's do it. So the first thing that I'm noticing, which you won't notice the difference, but I recently got new glasses before I left for Hawaii, which, by the way, first episode that I'm recording after I got back from Hawaii. Not the first video, because I recorded Spider-Man Far From Home VR, which won't be out for a while, because I had to finish Vacation Simulator and Finance Freddy's VR first. And then I also recorded another indie game on The Sims 4, because it was a free game. I figured, well, it's free, let's not boost into the wall. Let's see if it's good or not. Spoiler alert, it wasn't, but you guys won't get to see that video because, as it turns out, my microphone was not plugged all the way in. So I lost my commentary, and at that point, my choices were re-record my commentary or scrap the video, because whether I re-recorded it entirely or I just re-recorded my commentary, either way I was going to lose what I thought the best part of the video was, which was my commentary. Well, that's unfortunate. I was very, very happy with how my commentary turned out in that video, so I didn't want to have to redo it. So I figured ultimately it was better to just scrap the video entirely and release 2 episodes of Detroit Become Human instead, which of course you guys saw yesterday. But that's what I was getting at is, before I left for Hawaii, I got new glasses because my prescription was very outdated and I needed a new prescription. And this is also the first Mario Kart Wii episode that I'm recording with those new glasses. And my God, everything looks infinitely clearer. Oh dear. And normally someone would say this after getting glasses for the first time, but apparently my prescription was so outdated that it was basically like I wasn't wearing glasses at all. So, you know, that's a lightning strike. So I just red shelled myself into the finish line. Let me make this very clear. We're now 150cc now. I'm not getting star rankings. We'll be lucky if I get A rankings. There's no way that I'm going to get star rankings in any of these cups. So just gonna warn you now, it's gonna get a lot tougher to unlock things. So just warning you now. All right, next race. I guess you should probably actually talk a little bit about the Hawaii trip. It was awesome. Start to finish, the week, I definitely needed to, just kind of step away from work for a week and just get out on, it was awesome. To spend a week in a place as beautiful as that was freaking incredible. And just, it'd be one thing if I was just there, just relaxing at the lagoon every day, which you would never have caught me doing that. But it was a whole other thing because we did a whole bunch of stuff. We went on a helicopter tour, we went parasailing, we swam with the dolphins, we did a Sea Life Park. We went to Sea Life Park and did that there, which was freaking incredible. And of course, at the resort itself, there was a bunch of stuff, lazy rivers, water slides, things like that. It was my first time having been actually on the beach, in ocean water, in how many years was that? I feel like I mentioned this at some point. I feel like I mentioned, because I think, actually, you know what? I probably mentioned it when I told you guys that, last week when I mentioned, or no, 2 weeks ago when I mentioned, hey, these videos are being released when I am in Hawaii. Hello, Warrior, you are dangerously close to me. Let's fix that. I probably mentioned this because the last time I went to the beach was with my friends, which were more like my mom's friends' kids. You know, there was that kind of connection where my mom was friends with this person, therefore I'm friends with their kids. I was almost I'm almost 100% positive I mentioned this before. Like, that sentence sounds too familiar for me not to have said it, and I'm pretty sure I said it 2 weeks ago on those videos. Also, that was a last-second banana to block the red shell. But it's been that long since I've been on the beach, and obviously in the ocean water, because, you know, Pacific Ocean, Hawaii, and all that. So, it was very nice, just to, you know, there were days when we went out and did stuff like the dolphin encounter and the helicopter tour and parasailing. There were days when we just stayed back at the hotel when out on the beach. There were days when we went scuba diving and snorkeling. There was a whole bunch of stuff we did, and it was an awesome week from start to finish. I'm very, very happy to have been able to take that vacation. That being said, one thing that, of course, isn't the best part about going to Hawaii is, of course, the flight times that you have to take to get there, because I live on the East Coast, and there are no direct flights from... can I use my item, please? Thank you. Okay, that was weird. I accidentally fired a green shell. Okay, well, now we're going to fire another one, because... well, that was just terrible. That was a complete waste of all 3 green shells. I don't think... none of those green shells hit anybody. Okay, are you going to jump right down the middle? It looked like Wario was about to jump right down the middle. You know, because I live on the East Coast, obviously there were no direct flights from there to Hawaii. So we made a pit stop. It was 2 connecting flights in both directions. And, oh dear. Total, both ways, it was 10 hours of flight time, roughly 10 hours of flight time in both directions, both going to there and going from, across 2 connecting flights. Now, for me, actually wasn't, oh, well, that was nice. Wasn't actually all that bad, because for the longer flights, I slept for most of it, because obviously, with time change and all that, most of my time was spent on those flights sleeping, which, so I just realized I'm in 11th place. Yeah, remember that thing I said earlier about not getting, star rankings? Yeah, that's what's about to happen here. We need to either pull a miracle out of our rear ends. Remember the thing I said about pulling a miracle out of our rear ends? There's that miracle. Of course, the bullet needs to get us across this gap first try, and not stop me on top of one of these mushrooms like I thought you were going to. And wow, that was an amazing bullet bill. I haven't gotten a bullet bill as successful as that in a long freaking time. Anyway, flights. Also, it was weird because my dad has trouble sleeping on planes, which I can't really blame him. He didn't sleep at all. Maybe, I think he said he slept for 20 minutes on the last flight home. But the one that we really needed to sleep on was the second flight to Hawaii, and I slept for, it was an 8-hour flight. I slept for 5 or 6 hours, which meant I only had a 2 or 3 hour flight, and one of the movies they had on the plane was Instant Family, so I watched Instant Family, and then I watched which, by the way, Instant Family is an amazing movie. If you haven't seen, I had already seen it, but I hadn't seen it since November, so I figured, you know what, let's watch Instant Family again. That was a really good movie, and then I was reminded of how good it was when I watched it. And I watched the first, like, half of Inside Out, and then we landed, and it was all good. So, well, the flight times weren't actually all that bad for me, but, I mean, you know, on paper, they were really, really rough. Anyway, so that was Mushroom Gorge, and let's move on to the next race. One thing that I thought was going to really screw me up was the time zone changing, because, actually, what time is it now? It's almost, okay, so it's almost, it's 2:14 at the time that I'm recording this video. What's it? So, Hawaii is 6 hours behind Eastern Standard Time. Ow. Oh, never mind, my green shell protected me. I preemptively owed in preparation for the banana that I was about to hit but didn't. So because of that, so we left. Also, I haven't pointed out, but it's really nice to be able to have a second layer of boosting again, or not boosting, but drifting. So, we left Friday, June 28th. I woke up at 3 a.m., roughly, yeah, I think 3 a.m. to, what's it? Oh dear. Woke up at 3 a.m. for the flight. Well, the flight was at like 6, I think, but I woke up early to, you know, get ready and all that. And then, of course, with the time change and all that, we landed in Hawaii. It was like 1 a.m. Not 1 a.m. 1 p.m. Eastern time. So, you know, which is 7 p.m. My time. So at that point, I was almost ready to have dinner in my time, but I was instead having lunch. So, you know, I was still eating food, but it was still a little weird. And this might be, I mean, it's not lap 3, it's still lap 2. There's still time for me to make it up, but I feel a little bit behind. Actually, no, I need to grab one of these item boxes in the hopes that I'm going to get a bullet bill or something. Maybe I'm going to go with Star. Well, never mind, I just lost my item. Okay, this item box we need. We need to get an item here, and we need to not lose it. What are we going to get? Please be something good. Bullet works, bullet works, bullet works. Almost didn't use the bullet. Anyway, so, yeah, so, but I was eating lunch at the time and I would ordinarily eat dinner, and then at that point we also had 8 more hours to go. So I went to bed. My head hit the pillow at 9 p.m., right? So at that point, I had been awake for a full 24 hours, because if we do some quick math, 9 o'clock in Hawaii is 3 o'clock in Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, I had been awake for a full 24 hours, and I am in 4th place. Can we not be in 4th place? Can we? Oh, wait. Couldn't avoid. That was my chance. That right there was my chance to get ahead, was to avoid that power block, and I couldn't do it. Okay. Can we boost ahead of these people, maybe? Nope, we're not boosting ahead. We're gonna finish 6th place, maybe 3rd. Okay, I'll take 3rd. I'll take 4th then. Okay, well, yeah. Rest in peace, star rankings, but at least we finished 1st overall, so that's nice. But a full 24-hour day, the day we left, and I thought that the time change was going to screw me up coming home, but it really didn't. I actually have adjusted back to normal time pretty easily. Anyway, let's go to the award ceremony. Ooh, double star ranking, even better.